And the left, the just worrying about the most fragile members of society. I'm all for empathy. I'm all for compassion. I just don't want to be overly sensitive when it comes to language, selfishly, because then I can't do this fucking job anymore. Every joke I tell has a victim. May not seem like it, but they're all offensive if you break them down, even the ones that don't seem offensive. I'll prove it by trying to tell the same bit twice. I'll tell it the first way, just as I normally would, not worrying about if someone's going to be upset or not, and then I'll try to tell the same story again, but making sure that no one can be triggered or bothered by any of the language I use. And we'll see which kind of comedy you prefer. Which makes me a little nervous here, you fucking soft Minneapolis motherfuckers. We'll try it anyway. Way number one, right? A lot of times when I'm standing in a line, I find myself getting very frustrated because I feel like the other people in the line are fucking it up to some degree. They don't have the distance right between themselves and the next person in line. That's how you do a line correctly. About 3 feet keeps it nice and tight. Not too loose, not too crowded. You get more than 3 feet, now you're causing a lot of unnecessary stress and confusion for everyone behind you. They're not sure they're in line anymore. They're falling into different states of existential crisis. What is a line if there's no rules? What is life if no one respects lines? Who am I? I should take my clothes off, shit on the counter. We should fucking burn this place. Nothing matters. Anything less than 3 feet, now the person directly in front of you is overly concerned with being murdered, and that's not fair. Maybe you want to stand 3 feet apart, but you're not spatially inclined. All right, well, I've come up with a training regimen for you to help you get it. Every time you go in public, until it becomes second nature, just carry around a heavy, old-school wooden yardstick. It's a nice visual representation of 3 feet. It's about like this mic stand if I pushed it down, to the middle. Just about like here. And just walk around with it. This is weird, but it's not illegal. And it's an excellent confidence booster. I feel way more confident now than I felt 10 seconds ago. I'm less worried about these people in the front. And then when you get to the back of a line that you want to be a part of, I want you to stop and assess the situation. Put one end of that stick against your waist. And then just march forward, slow and steady. Until you tap that last person in the back, and that's when you stop. And they're gonna have questions and concerns. What the hell is wrong with you? Just stand your ground, don't let them bully you. Just calmly explain yourself. I'm trying to get better. And if they still hassle you at that point, well, now you have to beat them with that stick. Don't let them impede your personal growth. But 3 feet, not inches, that's very important. Don't pull a spinal tap. Don't be that close to the ass of the person in front of you. Don't be so close to just a casual hip stretch. You're just trying to open up your root chakra. Now you're rubbing your mayor of Funtown up against their not now button. Don't be ringing their not yet bell. Not yet, go around to the front, see if you're welcome in the living room, spend some time there, get to know the family, find out what they like. Come back in 45 minutes, find out if that back door's gaped open enough, bell. If that last part was confusing, don't even worry about it. You're not ready for that joke, your loophole is pure. See, I didn't think that was too offensive, right? No one died. But every part of that bit was offensive, and frankly, I'm ashamed of you for laughing at it. I'll try it again, the second way, where I'm not gonna possibly bother anybody with my language. A lot of times when I'm standing in line, I get really frustrated, because I feel like the other people in line are fucking it up to various... Apologize for the profanity. I do know that a lot of our vulgar vernacular has a very kind of misogynistic history, and bringing that up is very traumatic for a lot of people, and I apologize. I should have said fricking. No, I shouldn't have. Replacement words are actually more offensive than the very vulgarity they represent by forcing you to complete that traumatic circuit in your head, and I apologize for putting that on you. I was gonna talk about space and line, but really, who died and made me the king of lines? No one. If I have a problem with the amount of space other people need in line, then I need to see therapy for my anger issues. Maybe some people need more than 3 feet because they have social anxiety, which is very real. Maybe some people need less than 3 feet because they're lonely and crave human contact. And I'm gonna push them away? Why do I build such walls around my heart? I'm ashamed to admit it, but I was actually gonna advocate for you to carry a large stick around in public in a menacing fashion. How triggering for the victims of stick attacks. No, sir. I mean, no, ma'am. I mean, no, them. It's just too complicated to talk that way. I would rather burn you motherfuckers alive than have to do comedy like that.